Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weaviles, and today we have our JBA Season 5 Week 4 matchup against Chaos in the Sky. Chaos is a new coach of the league. Super excited to play him. He is a TBU analyst. He has his own channel too, where he plays games not Pokemon. Seems like a pretty cool dude, and I'm also excited to announce that he's going to be on the new IA tournament, team tournament masters team with me and Leo, aka Elgrab. So we are going to be a team. But I did not know this when I was playing him, so I just recently, reached out and asked him to join the squad, and he decided to join. But more info to come on that later. But for this matchup, I've never played him, so I'm excited to play him. It's always fun playing new players because you get to see what they're all about and see how different people deal with different situations and how different people play. It's really cool. But it is a little nerve-wracking too because I don't know what to expect. And I've watched a couple of his battles. He knows what he's doing, and he definitely has a very scary team. So let's get into it right now. He has Victini, Noivern, Delmise, Aromatisse, Seismitoad, and Frogadier. While on my side, we got the God Entei, Choice Band, pretty standard set, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, Flare Blitz, and Sacred Fire. And then we got Westchester, the Weavile, rocking another standard set with knockoff Icicle Crash, Poison Jab, and wow, Ice Shard. I was blanking on the last move. Sorry, guys. Max attack and enough speed to outspeed Noivern and a little bit in defense. And yeah. And then next we have like 12, the Musharna with I believe Psyshock, Healing Witch, or not Healing Witch, Moonlight, I believe Heal Bell, and then Toxic or Thunderwave. Forget which one. But like 12 is a little bit of mixed defense, mostly to take some special hits, and then also to be somewhat of a switch-in for Hariyama. He did not bring Hariyama, so I do not, and Scizor. 2 months I was kind of worried about, and I put enough special defense to turn, I believe, Modest Sludge Wave, or Timid Sludge Wave damage, Timid Sludge Wave Life Orb from Nidoking into a 3-hit KO. I believe that was the rationale for that. Not 100% sure the exact spreads, and I apologize for that, guys. I played this game about like a week ago, and I apologize. This match is a little late too. Got hit with that life hacks, But moving along, we got Crystal, Gen 2 power. Crystal, rocking an assault vest with close to max HP and max special attack, with Scald, HP Grass, Ice Beam, and I believe Extra Sensory for the Hariyama, Ice Beam for the Noivern and Delmise, HP Grass for the Seismitoad. And then we have Tove, the Togetic, with Defog Roost, Dazzling Gleam, and I believe Toxic as well. And then finally we have Xeno T, the Thunderous Therian, with rocking Choice Scarf set. First time I'm running a Choice Scarf on this. I don't know how I necessarily feel about it, but I wanted to run a Choice Scarf to help outpace Victini. And I have Volt Switch, Psychic, Grass Knot, and I believe HV Ice. But yeah, that's the squad. I mean, on his team, he's got 2 very fan favorites of mine, at least in Victini and Noivern. I know those monsters are super dangerous, especially Noivern. With Frisk, you can scout what I'm trying to do, and then he could drop Dracos. Stab Draco is going to hurt. And then Victini, oh my god, Victini not only is a Z-Mon user, but it's like a truck. Like, he could be a band set, he could be a scarf set, it could be special, it could be offensive. If you really wanted to be cheeky, you could run defensive. There's so many things you could do with Victini. Victini is one of the few mons outside of I think it might be the only mon outside of the Rotoms that learns Will-O-Wisp and Thunderwave, which is cool too. So I don't know if he would. I don't necessarily agree with the idea of running more defensive Victini, but he could do it to try to catch me off guard, and that would definitely catch me off guard because I prepped for worst case scenario of trying to handle a banded recreate. I think we have some reasonably okay answers to it, but yeah, it's still going to be a problem. And then Neuvern, just a really fast mon. Fritz, Dracos, Hurricanes. It's going to hurt. Delmise, really interesting mon as well. It's a spinner. It has a cool type in Ghost and Grass. Its ability, I think it's a Steel Worker, yeah. I think that's what it's called, but it basically gives you stab steel. So he basically has 3 stab moves, which is cool. Aromatisse is very fat defensive mon. I hate playing against Aromatisse, I'm not gonna lie. And then Seismitoad. Seismitoad has a pretty good matchup against Suicune, Entei, and Weavile to a lesser extent. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily want to take a knockoff, but it's still, it's still gonna hurt. And I don't really have the coverage for it. I believe Low Kick might do a fair amount of damage, but I had Poison Jab for Aromatisse specifically. And then Frogadier, I don't know what he wants to do with Frogadier. I'm not gonna lie, but I know Frogadier is kind of like it's a pre-evolution of Greninja. It gets Protean is loud. It can't hit as hard as Greninja, obviously, but it's still gonna do some nice amount of damage. So let's get into this matchup. So right off the rip, I think I'm going to lead. He's going to lead with Frogadier, and I'm going to lead with Crystal because I didn't want Victini leading off and try to do some shenanigans on me. So right here, we're gonna pop off an HP Grass, because he's either gonna stay in and try to set up spikes or do something along those lines, or he's gonna probably switch into Seismitoad to take whatever Suicune wants to do. Seismitoad can kind of hardwall Suicune without HP Grass, of course. And then he goes, then U-turn, gets a crit. Sad, but what are you going to do? And he goes in Size mode. I pop off the HP Grass, and he is Rindoberry. And that does clean 38%. About exact kind of what I expected if he had Rindoberry. But it's good that we popped the Rindoberry, so that means he has to be very careful when switching into Xeno T or any other sort of Mon. He decides to switch right here. I just went for another HP Grass because I figured he might try to get up rocks right there. Judging by that damage, he knew he could probably tell that he could take. Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to take another HP Grass. But I don't know. I just went for another one. I was really thinking he was going to go into the Delmise, but I just decided to play it safe there. I didn't want to kind of risk it early on. Do get a crit on the HP Grass, which is, cool. But judging by that, he does have some special defense investment. He goes for the Shadow Claw. We kind of eat this right here. Right here, I know he's going to probably try to trap me with the Anchor Shot. That's relatively okay. I don't necessarily, I'm not a fan of sacking this right away. But I wanted to drop a Toxic on this and just really whittle this thing down. I don't want this thing kind of being a nuisance. He does go for the Anchor Shot. It looks like a 2-hit KO, and he is faster than me. I thought Delmise was like really, really, really slow. I thought it was. I mean, I know Togetic's slow, but I thought it was even slower than Togetic. Maybe he did this to be faster. I'm not even 100% sure as I'm talking about this right now. But we dropped Toxic and it lands, so this thing's going to get slowly whittled, which is nice. And now it's in nice revenge range, and Entei can just come in and just run ham. Nothing really on his team really wants to take a Flare Blitz out of the Seismitoad, and even Seismitoad is going to take like a 30-ish% to with Flare Blitz. So I go and just Flare Blitz right here, and he switches to Noivern. This is 57, so that can't switch in anymore. I'm worried that this thing is going to blow me back. So I have to switch right here, and I go into like 12. I figured I could take any kind of Hurricane he wants to do outside of like modest specs, and that's exactly what I think he had. And I was like, whoa, even when I was in the battle, I was like, holy shit, that did so much damage. What is going on? He had to be like heavily, that had to be like some modest specs damage. If it wasn't, then I don't know, maybe like something, but regardless, that did a lot, and I'm like, dog, my 2 defensive mons are gonna die right here. Shit. And he just goes for it again and connects the Hurricane. I was hoping he would miss, and I would just like drop a Toxic or Thunder Wave or whatever I was gonna do there. But he kills like 12. So both like 12 and Togetic, the 2 little baby walls that I got, are both dead. And I'm like, yikes. But judging by the damage, he's definitely not faster than my Weavile. and he's definitely not Scarf. That's not a Scarf damage. So I'm like, all right, we going to Weavile right now. We get in a kill. So we decide to just pop off and knock off right here, and knock off blows the Frogadier all the way back. So Weavile gets a kill, which is really cool. He goes into Seismitoad right here, and he's with Rindoberry, Eden knockoff won't kill, and Icicle Crash definitely won't kill from here. I decide to go into Crystal, and he gets up Rocks. And I believe we scalded up right here. No, we Ice Beam, expecting dummies. And he goes into Ice Play and goes into the Aromatisse. We decide to switch right here, try to put pressure on the Aromatisse. And he decides to go for a Toxic, and this is where the game starts to unravel, not gonna lie. But he gets the Toxic off, and I'm like, alright, well, whatever, I'll just flip this thing. And then he goes for the Protect to get some Toxic damage off. And Entei looking like it's not going to switch in again. So I'm just like, all right, just let's keep on clicking Flare Blitz. And Flare Blitz the Seismitoad, and it looks like I can knock this out right here. And we do knock this out, but on the cost of Entei. Kind of bad, but kind of not, because Weavile can beat Victini, it can beat Noivern, and it can beat Delmise. So really, I just need to get the Aromatisse out of the way. And, well, I shouldn't say it can beat Victini, because Victini could be, what's it called? Victini could be, what was I going to say? Victini could be Scarfed, and if he's Scarfed, then Weavile gets blown back. But yeah, but I'm still feeling relatively okay about this game. And then he goes into Victini right here, and then I just decided to full switch to get some damage off on it, because I want to, and I kind of want to see what this Victini really wants to do. And he goes for Glaciate right here, and I'm like, okay, cool, dodge that bullet. But right here, I'm like, all right, I can take a Bull Strike, and I could take really anything what he wants to do. If he wants like U-turn or whatever, and I could just fire off a Scald and hopefully pick off a kill or get some damage off. But the one thing I can't take is the full power Z Victini, and it's Gigavolt Havoc, and this thing's dead. And I'm like, oh, dude, come on, yo, nah. I was like, damn, man, that sucks. But that being said, this game's still not totally lost. So we go into Weavile right here, and we're like, all right, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill something. So we decide to kill the Noivern, or not. We decide we get to kill the Noivern, and it is Choice Specs. So it was Choice Specs Modest, and yeah, and that Noivern really fucked me up. So he goes to the Aromatisse right here. I have to switch into Xeno T right here, and I take like 25 on Rocks, and then plus another 43 on Moonblast. I'm like, all right, we got one more hit left. Might as well just like Volt Switch, right? And then just use this as Death Fodder or something. So we go into here, and then we go to Weavile, and it looks like we have 4 hits left. We're gonna win the game. If we're gonna win the game, we gotta win with Weavile right here, and Weavile's gotta pick up 3 kills, and it would be like 4 for the game, which would be great for the MVP race, right? So he's Toxic right here. Nothing on the team really wants to take a knock right here, or an Icicle Crash. I decided to go for a knock, but I go for a knock right here. I kind of was debating Icicle Crash too, but I didn't want him switching into Victini. The reason I was debating Icicle Crash because we would do a shit ton to Aromatisse. So we get that right there. We get that prediction right? And then Aromatisse is in. And for me to win this game, I need to get an Icicle Crash. I need to get Icicle Crash has to be a 2-hit KO. I have to get the flinch on the first Icicle Crash. And then after that, it's a 50-50 of whether knockoff or Icicle Crash. It's a 50-50 because knockoff still wouldn't kill Aromatisse at the range. And if I went for Icicle Crash and he switched into Victini, then Victini could take it. And then, I mean, I guess I could knock, but then I would die to Life Orb Recoil. I have to basically nail every single hit. So we go for the Icicle Crash, and do we get the flinch? The 61? Nah, we don't. And he knocks me out, and then we lose the game. Kind of had to have like a kind of Hail Mary situation for it to work out, and then Xeno T dies Rocks. But yeah, that's the game. Shout out to Chaos. Can't wait to play with him in TMT. More details come on that. We lose 2-0. It happens. Not having one of the greatest seasons ever in JBA, but it's for fun, guys. And I knew this was probably going to happen. So, But yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Moody, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.